Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to a Thanksgiving potluck with my husband, and I decided to make some Rice-Krispy Pumpkins and some turkey cupcakes. They turned out really cute and I wanted to share how I made it with you guys. So if you want to see, please keep watching. So first we are starting with the Rice-Krispy Pumpkins. I used mini marshmallows, red and yellow food coloring, some unsalted butter, and some Rice Krispie cereals. I got two 1/4 butters and I tossed them into the pot. I melted them down really well before I added the marshmallows. I used half a bag in the beginning. I ended up putting the rest of the bag in because the batch that I had made was too little. Mix it down really well. In the beginning, I put half a bag of Rice Krispie, but as I said, the batch was too small, so I ended up putting the entire thing in. Make sure you put a lot of butter because if you don't, it's all gonna end up sticking to your pot and it's also gonna end up sticking to your hands. Mix it all in really well. I then added the yellow food coloring. I recommend to add much more yellow food coloring than the red one because the red really overpowered the yellow. The first batch of pumpkins that I had made came out really red, so when I was doing the second half of the Rice Krispies, I made sure to put much more yellow. When everything was mixed really well into the pot, I then got a tray and lined it with some parchment paper and tossed the Rice Krispies into the tray so that it could cool down. And then what I did was I got some Tootsie Rolls to make stems and some M&Ms to be the leaves of the pumpkin. I had ended up cutting the Tootsie Rolls in half because they were going to be way too big for the pumpkins that I was making. I twisted them with my finger like so. Here, as you can see, the stems were all done, and I made sure no stem was the same shape or size because, as you know, every pumpkin is different. And then what I did when the Rice Krispie cooled down, I started forming the Rice Krispies into small little balls to form the pumpkin. And this was the fun part. I began putting the Tootsie Rolls into the top of the pumpkin and it was super easy. Also make sure to press them down really well so that it sticks. The M&Ms were a little difficult putting on, but it looked really beautiful in the end. Now we start with the turkey cupcakes. For the cupcake itself, I used a regular Pillsbury ingredient. It was 1 cup water, half a cup of olive oil, and 3 eggs. Just mixed it all together. The mix was already ready. And the first thing I did while the cupcakes were baking was I did the eyes of my turkey. So what I did was I split 2 Oreos, left the white parts, and I put M&Ms on the sides of the Oreo so that the eyes looked a little loopy. I then got my fudge cookies and cut them in half. This is gonna be the back part where I'm gonna put my candy corn to make it look like the turkey's feathers. I then got some chocolate frosting and put it onto half of the fudge cookie so that when I put the candy corn on, it could stick really well. I did also place these into the freezer after I was finished sticking the candy corn on, so that the chocolate could cool and the candy corn can stick on better. This was the finished result. And this, you guys, is where I brought my husband in because I needed his brains. I was too afraid that the fudge cookie with the feathers was going to be too heavy and wasn't going to stick to my cupcake. He suggested that we make little holes, fill them with frosting, and put them right on top, which worked perfectly. And then we just placed some frosting on the top. What I was doing here was I was getting some extra frosting to place where I was going to put the Oreo eyeballs. I then grabbed the eyeballs one by one, placing them onto the extra frosting. I then grab one candy corn and place it right in the middle over there so that it would be the nose of the turkey, and voila, that is the finished result. I was so happy with how they turned out. In the next clip, I'll be showing you a little bit of our Thanksgiving dinner and my friend's reaction to my pumpkins and my cupcakes, which were really funny, so I hope you enjoy it. And this is how we ended the night. Some hot tea, chilling by the fire with friends. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share. Thanks for watching.